Let's look at the following example and see how to find the linear regression line to fit a given data. So the data below shows the maximum and corresponding heart rate of a healthy 20-year-old man. We're asked to fit a regression line to the data and then to use that line to predict the maximum heart rate for these two resting heart rates, 55 and 100. So in order to find the linear regression line, we have to use our calculator. If you're in a statistics class, you might learn how to do this by hand, but we're going to use our calculator. So to do that, we're going to press Stat. We're going to press Edit and put in the data we are given. So the independent variable is the resting heart rate. Our X is the resting heart rate. So we're going to put 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90. And then for the dependent variable, that's the maximum heart rate. So we have 169, 172, 174, 176, and 177. Okay, in order to see the data, the scatter plot, we have to change the window. So the minimum is 50, so we want to go down to 40, so we are able to see the 50. And then the maximum is 90, so let's go up to 100 so that we see the 90. And then next for the Y, the minimum was 169, so let's start at 150. And then the maximum is 177, so let's end at 180. And then we have to turn the stat plot on. So you're going to press second Y to get you the stat plot, and then you activate it on. And now when you graph, you see the data. Okay, so the data looks like this. They don't lie on a straight line, so it's almost linear. So we're going to find the line that best fits the data, or the linear regression line. So to do that, we're going to press Stat, and we're going to calculate, and we want to calculate the linear regression line. So we're going to pick the linear regression in parentheses X plus B, and this is what we have. So in list 1, we have the X values, in list 2, we have the Y values. And then we're going to store this equation in a Y variable. So you're going to go to Store Regression Equation in a variable. So we're going to press vars and go to the right, Y variable, and pick Y1. So enter, enter. So it's going to store the equation, the line, the equation of the line there. So when you calculate, it will give you that this line is 0.2 times X plus B 159.6. So let's write this down. So AX plus B. So the linear regression line is AX plus B. So instead of MX plus B, we have AX plus B. So A is the slope, it was 0.2, and B is the y-intercept. And it was 159.6, I believe. Let's double check. Okay, so now the equation, if we wanted to write the equation, will be 0.2x plus 159.6. So this is the best fit line. If we wanted to interpret the slope being 0.2 means that with every increase in the resting heart rate, the maximum heart rate increases by 0.2. So with 1 unit increase in the resting heart rate, we get a 0.2 increase in the maximum heart rate. All right, so now that we have the line, we can use this line to predict the maximum heart rate for resting heart rates that we didn't have values for. So for example, 55 is between 50 and 60, and we did not collect the maximum heart rate when the resting heart rate is 55. But we can use, we can use our line, and the input now becomes 55. So instead of X, I'm going to have 55. So Y is going to be 0.2 times 55 plus 159.6. So let's put that in our calculator. So I have 0.2 times 55 plus 159.6. And I get 170.6. So y is 170.6. Okay, so using this line, we predicted that the maximum heart rate for a resting heart rate of 55 is 170.6. So when the value that you're predicting for is within your data, so it's between the min and the max, so 55 or 62 or 89, we say that we are doing interpolation. And this is what we want to use the linear regression for, to do interpolation. Anything outside of the min and the max is going to be considered extrapolation. So for example, 100 is going to be extrapolation, because 100 is somewhere outside of the model, so we do not use that. All right, so this is how you find the line. And if you wanted also to see the line on the graph, when you hit graph, because we stored the equation in y1, it's going to graph the equation in there. So for example, if you wanted to do this with the calculator as well, when you go to y, you get that. So another way that we could have gotten the 170.6, we could have also done second calc and pick value, and we wanted to see what is the y when x is 55. And when you hit enter, it shows you that it's 170.6. That is all for this video.